Hey, good evening. It's Travis with Oscar Mike Radio. If you're listening to this right now, or seeing this, if you're seeing this on Facebook Live, this has already come and gone. But I'm down here anyway. And where am I? I am at the Whitman VFW in Whitman, Massachusetts, post 697, I think. And South Shore Veterans Assistance is having a big to-do. This is their last rod and ride night for the year. Oh, I can't edit that out. Anyway, down here, check this out. Good food, live music coming, lots of vendors selling crafts and handmade stuff. I'm going to check it all out. Oh, wow. Check it all out and see if they can do some work for me on a patch. We'll see about that. But just a really good time. And all the money and all the proceeds go back into South Shore Veterans Assistance so they can help veterans. So I'm down here, and the idea is, hopefully, if someone will get brave enough to come up and talk to me on the mic, and we'll get their view on whatever is on their mind. If not, probably in about 20, 30 minutes, I will kind of do a podcast, live cast, post-live cast thing. But I'm down here at Whitman VFW, and we'll see how this goes. Got the 8-man A80 action camera rocking, so that's how you're getting this cool video. And let me play around with this. So I'm picking the camera up right now, and you should be able to see all the people here, people coming in. Got these ladies over here doing their thing, moving the camera, and there's my sponsor, Marky Mark Holmes. Don't get your car, house, or kid clean. Get it Reaper-fied. So I'm going to sign off for a second, and then hopefully, like I said, some brave soul will approach the mic and we'll have some fun. We're on the move. All right, it's Travis Oscar Mike Radio, and like I said, I'm going to do this a combination of ways for this podcast, live cast, because I am live right now, even though I'm not live for you, but I am out here at Whitman VFW in Whitman, Massachusetts, at their last rod and ride night for 2019. I'm really honored to be here supporting South Shore Veterans Assistance and what they're doing with Whitman VFW to help out veterans. It's just been a great thing. So I said to people, I'll come down here and do kind of a podcast and kind of an open mic kind of deal. So hopefully someone will, want to talk to me. If not, I'll get my sponsor, Mark Holmes, with Reaper Detailing and Power Washing. Don't get clean, get Reaper-fied. So what I want to talk about right now, two things. And the first one is this week, it's kind of sad. Master Sergeant Mark Allen, who was one of the guys who went looking for Bowe Bergdahl in Afghanistan, who was allegedly captured by the Taliban, but come to find out he had actually decided to desert. Master Sergeant Allen was hit by a sniper round in the head, and for 10 years has been living in a quasi-vegetative state. And I always had a problem with this. I always had a problem with what's going on with this, and of course, music now kicks on. So I'm gonna keep this going though. I always had a problem with what I thought was the lenient treatment for. I can't even call him Mr. or Sergeant. I can't. He's just a waste of space at this point. The traitor, I'll use that. The traitor Bowe Bergdahl, who's getting to live right now. There was a time in this country where if you just walked off the reservation, so to speak, not reservation, but walked off your post, especially the way he did, you're gonna get face a firing squad. Not the treatment he got. And I think it got off kind of light, and I don't understand that. I do not agree with it. I don't understand it. I haven't really had a chance to really dive into the thought process behind it, or why we negotiate for him in the first place. Because if you remember, when they got him back, they had to give up some Taliban prisoners to get him back, who wound up, doing more bad stuff. And I just never got that. I never got why we did all that for him at all. So I have a real problem with that. I really do. So again, I'm at the South Shore Veterans Assistance Ride and Rod Night. I heard some motorcycles pull up. There's some old cars down here. I'm in here by my sponsor. I'll get him on here in a few minutes, Mr. Mark Holmes. And there's food, there's crafts, there's good times, there's people. If you weren't here, you weren't in the right spot. And it's just really cool to see all the people out and spending money. Yes, spending money, which is important because all that money goes back into helping veterans. So I'm going to pause it here for right now and then come back and talk about part 2. Maybe get my sponsor to say a few words during the music break. So this is Travis, Oscar Mike Radio, kind of doing something different for this podcast, number 169. And we'll see how this goes when I put it into post-production. We're out. Hey, it's Travis, Oscar Mike Radio. I'm with Mike, who's the president of South Shore Veterans Assistance, at the last outdoor Rod and Ride night for 2019. Mike, welcome to Oscar Mike Radio.
Thanks for having me.
Now that I got that right, it has been great to come down here and see all the people and the band and the food. What's it like to you to see all this action on this night?
It's overwhelming. See a lot of people come out and support veterans. All the money we raise goes directly back to veterans one way or another, whether it be a wheelchair ramp being installed, bringing food over to the VA hospital. There's a lot of different things that we do.
No, you guys are just everywhere, and it's really nice to see. And it's nice to know that it's local. I don't have to write a check to somebody on a website or send it to some collection plate and wonder if it's being used. Folks, when they collect any donation they receive, it goes right back to the veterans in the local community on the South Shore, and it's just really great to see how you all pull together. Like tonight, it's just been amazing. I really had a good time here. Yep,
we have, there's roughly 20 people in the group that all support us. I have a lot of friends and family. The band here is playing for $50 tonight just to cover some of the costs for their equipment. I have a friend of mine's in the catering business. He's here helping out. There's a lot of donations that go a long way, and it's all to support veterans. And like you said, it's local veterans that are right in this area. We don't do much further than, I think the furthest we've done is Weymouth. Otherwise, it's pretty much Whitman, Abington, Rockland, East Bridgewater.
No, and you guys build wheelchair ramps. You bring food to the Brockton VA. You have other events going on. Last year, folks, I got to watch them get ready for Christmas, and it was amazing. They were a well-oiled machine. Just really great to see. And Mike, I just want to say I'm really honored on behalf of Oscar Mike Radio and my sponsors, Joyce Asack of Asack Real Estate and Mark Holmes, who's sitting right next to me, Marky Mark. I just want to say thanks for allowing me to come down here tonight and see you all.
No problem at all. I'm glad to have you.
Absolutely. Well, we'll let the band get going. This is Travis, and this is Mike with South Shore Veterans Assistance. He is the president and a cool motorcycle rider. Does a lot of other cool stuff. Mike, thank you very much.
No problem at all. Thanks for having me.
Lock through launch.
All right.
All right, so this is completely experimental. Band's playing, so I'm going to go walk around with this and see how I do. Like I said, this is a very different kind of live podcast, whatever you want to call it. Look at this cool stuff. candle.
What's that?
I bought a candle from you a month ago.
Yes. Like it?
Very nice.
I remember you. I just don't remember what.
Oh. Yep. So I'm getting some video for my podcast. Hey, how you doing? Doing all right, having a good time.
Yeah, it's a body scrub. See, I just put it on my hand a couple minutes ago.
All right. Hey, it's Travis with Oscar Mike Radio. I'm here at Whitman Post 697 for the VFW with South Shore Veterans Assistance. Let me get that right. And what I'm doing right now is kind of an open mic live thing. Some people are checking this out, and it's kind of cool. Big shout out to my sponsors, Joyce Asack of Asack Real Estate, and Mark Holmes, who's right here. He's kind of gone right now, but he is right here, and he's doing his thing with Reaper Detailing and Power Washing. And the cool thing is, we got a lot of cool stuff going on. And one of the things I want to talk about tonight is not only my experience here, seeing this all go together. Everything you see here, you've seen some of the video clips before and after, is to support veterans. All the money raised, not just veterans, and what that means in the community. South Shore Veterans Assistance is there, and they're everywhere, and I really appreciate what they do. So it's a real honor to be here tonight, right? One of the things I'm going to be doing in the next couple of months, really digging into, is this, really different thing for me. I was at the Moving Wall in Attleboro, Massachusetts, a couple weeks ago, and this guy takes my card and says, "Hey, I think you want to talk to this guy named Joe Labriola." I'm like, "Okay, well, here's my card, and I'll see you later." 20 minutes later, I get this phone call from this gentleman, very articulate, very funny, well-spoken. He's like, "Hey, I'm Joe Labriola. I got a story for you." And he proceeds to tell me how, he served in Vietnam as a Vietnam veteran, Marine Corps, infantry, got out, came home, and he'll admit he made some poor life choices. He doesn't sugarcoat that at all. But he served 40 plus years in Walpole prison for a crime he says he didn't commit, and got released as part of compassionate release, which really interested me. I'm like, can this be for real? I mean, would they really keep anybody in jail for 40 years for a crime they didn't commit? And thinking about other things that Massachusetts has done with like Waddy Bulger and a couple other things, I'm like, it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's really not. It really could have happened. And the thing is, there's been several news articles and investigative reports done on him, and there's enough doubt. There's enough doubt for me to say, okay, even though he appealed his case 3 times and lost every time, even though there's suggestions that he may have changed his story, even though he wasn't a Percy Pureheart, a saint, there's certainly enough doubt to say that possibly there could be a way to see that he is innocent of this crime. Now, he freely admits to other stuff that he did and is not proud of that, but did he kill somebody? And the reason I'm interested is I've read several news articles and watched news reports on him, and there's a chunk of the case that's no longer findable, for lack of a better term. Is that even a word, findable? I don't know, but they can't find out anything about a chunk of this case that could exonerate him. And so I wonder, well, how is this possible that he's in jail if there's evidence missing that could exonerate him? And I got very, very interested. In this. So I'm starting to look at this. My next goal is to find a gentleman by the name of Bowe Bergdahl, who was a journalist for the newspaper in Rhode Island. And I want to talk to him, talked to a couple other people who I've reached out to see what they think. And Joe has a website. It's called Free Joe Lab. And I'll have that link here in the description for this podcast and on the blog post, OscarMikeRadio.com. Sign up, join, follow, like, subscribe, the whole 9 yards, and stay in on this. And it just, again, it's not that I can't say that he did or did not do it. I can't say that, right? But what I can say is there's enough doubt that I'm interested in looking at it. And let's just say, for sake of argument, that we follow this trail of breadcrumbs down to a conclusion. What if he's innocent? What if he did not do this? I feel very compelled to try and do what I can, if I can do anything. So, more to that to follow. Like I said, I'm down here at the Whitman VFW in Whitman, Massachusetts with South Shore Veterans Assistance. Having a great time, checking out the party. I'd say there's about 200 people here right now, in and outside, having a good time. There's some motorcycles down here. And for once, it's not raining. And I was told to mention the meat raffle this Friday. They have a meat raffle on Friday that you definitely want to check out. And again, all the money goes back into helping and serving veterans. Great organization, great people, and so proud and so happy and so humbled to be part of this tonight. So what I'm hoping is that somebody gets over their nervousness of being on camera or on the mic and comes up here and talks to me. We're locked through lunch.